I was young when my nanny died, and I thought I saw her shape in the setting sky. As we went to say goodbye, I felt myself dry. The moment was brisk, and I find myself replaying that disc. My faith's rain rouse as it's in short supply. I can say the holy names, shout them, whisper them, drop them, pass through prayer bead hands that stem through the AM to the PM, PM to the AM, throw, swing them high in the air and see if it can be caught. Part of me believes that with enough time it can be brought, but it slips out the palm. I'm fed up of hacking at stone to make a gem. I need rem. I'm running on a track that spins and spits. I pan out as you zoom in. Speakers break in their tracks as these are new notes on the skin. And they don't know how to say it, to pronounce it. At the hit of the beat, I remember Lion King and that circle where everything fit. I've stopped worrying about finding shoes that do fit. I go barefoot, no need to hide this sin. Records skip and we are the stepping stones, and our feet become sore. Nothing stays the same. Everything changes and they feel raw. So dip the toes in this new water, find a peace of mind where you just want to be kind. As you murmur this mantra, you follow the signs back to a sense of humankind. But I can't ignore that I still want. It's a wall that rules, and I remind myself that I need to be more.
In the face of your educational reality, as you sacrifice sleep to make ends meet, to submit the latest assignment just so you can say it's complete, competing against time so you don't get an incomplete, memorizing a timetable even though you know it's a game of read, write and repeat. How many times did you stop and think, I'm a detainee? You never would have seen the chains or the thick gates that line the entrance to your mind, blocking out the thoughts that free you, or the words they didn't tell you from the speeches they withdrew simply because they didn't value the revolutionary concepts that were an escape to the maze. They just paraphrased Roosevelt and William Butler Yeats, but they chose not to mention how his poetry is full of oppression. Because when you're turning and turning in the widening gyre, you start to lose track of this oppression. But don't lose yourself, son. Don't turn this fight into an obsession. Because in essence, they probably do believe that your education is an attempt to modify the way you perceive the world in a direction that will set you to achieve your goals, your dreams, the highest reaches of your beliefs. But how much of that fell through the cracks of essay deadlines, past exam papers and paperbacks, where it's no longer a vision of where you want to be, but it's a memory game of modules 1, 2 and 3. And if not that, then it's a piece of coursework you stayed up writing till 3, all in the hopes of obtaining your degree. It masquerades as an institution designed to help you think critically, as if all your sins have been granted into absolution since you can now analyze a text comprehensively. The problem is, I've been thinking in a particular way. This conservative Eurocentric foundation only contributes to the naivete of society. I must have been misled into thinking education is what opens the door. Instead, it only functions as a trapdoor which traps you in the back door spaces of your mind. But with no frontal lobe, you start to go blind. So how can there be any originality if the blind are leading the blind?
Truth be told, we live in a world that says knowledge is power, but we cease to acknowledge it. Is this because we are afraid to unfold the untold realities of life? By accepting what we know as the unknown because we fear to be feared and be judged on our judgments? Which equates to obsessing plus stressing equals messing in stuff that causes depression. But being you does not have an equation. It just leaves an impression. Neither be negative or positive. One must express to everybody what they think is best. Yet, I was that guy, comfortable to comply, to following the crowd, to drinking and getting high. Need I say more? I was trying to be something I was not. When actually, a cup of hot chocolate with shortbread finger biscuits on the side was my type of mellow vibe. But tribute to university for opening my eyes, in a sense where I was left alone to critically evaluate my state of mind and eliminate that state of mind. See, I believe our brain is a gold mine. Before we do anything, we have to know where to start, which is understanding yourself as a fine piece of art. Then digging deep within your heart and tearing it apart so you can separate the old and part with the new. Recognizing the true you. The ones who knew you would say you've changed, since the unvoiced voice spoke the unspoken truth by merely expressing what was caged. As we strive to know more and refuse negativity and fear to be that four-dimensional wall that imprisons our thoughts. Because our biggest discovery in life is discovering ourselves and noticing that we are uncommon in this common world. So keep your head up, back straight, eyes open, and be you.